Winter, where are you?
Before I begin today's video, I hope you guys enjoyed my new intro. I'll have it up for a while because it's still winter. So,
hey guys, welcome back or welcome to the channel. If you're new, it's Sahara. I've been away for a little over a month now. I have my reason. So I'm going to be doing like a chit chat, get ready with me, talking about what happened, why I ended up in urgent care, and also trying out some new makeup products. Some are going to be new on the market, some are just new to me. So I shaved my eyebrows and I shaved them really thin and straight, and I went to show my mom and she was like, no one wears their eyebrows like that anymore. Well, I do. I love my eyebrows straight and thin. Like, I feel like it looks best on me personally because my hairline will literally touch my eyebrows as thick as they usually can get. So when I seen that, I was like, this is how they're gonna be. So I picked up this headband from the Dollar Tree. Isn't this headband so cute? It's like a turban. They shaped it into like a turban, but it's just like a regular headband. I will put on a screen what I'm using, so just in case I forget to tell you guys, and I'll also let you know if the product is new to me or if it's just an old product I'm using. On December 30th, which was on a Wednesday, I was at the store, well, I was on the way to Walmart to be exact, with my mom, and I was getting out the car talking as usual, laughing. Actually, I was laughing. That's what the problem was.
What the problem is?
That's what the problem was. I closed the car door. I always slam the car door. I don't know about you guys. I feel like mostly everybody always slams it anyway. I thought it was closed. Mind you, I slammed it on my finger. I felt it, but it wasn't as bad. So I slammed the door closed, thought it was closed, and the car lets you know if you close the door or not. So it made a loud noise. I went back around to close it right this time, and I came back around the car and I just like, I fell over, like just hunched over, and I could not move. My finger was in so much pain. For some reason it didn't hurt when I first slammed it, so I didn't think anything of it. I just kept talking, but when I went back to close the door the right way and then came back around the car, I just could not move at all. I will insert clips of how it looked. These are pretty graphic clips, so if you have a weak stomach, it may get you, may not, I don't know.
So this was when I was on my way to urgent care about a week after it happened, and you guys can see it's pretty swollen and my hand is shaking. So this was after he stuck me 4 times with the needle to drain the blood as much as possible. And he had me stick it in a mixture of saline and peroxide. So this was when I got home. I cleaned it up a little bit, and then this right here was the next day. So it still had blood coming out of it. I went to Walmart and picked up this peroxide for 98 cents. By the way, this is a huge one. So I stuck my finger in it because he said for a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, you know, stick it in peroxide and it bubbles up. There was bubbles actually coming out of the holes in my finger as well, so it was really freaky, but this is definitely to make sure I don't get an infection. And after I pulled it out of the peroxide, that's when I realized that he put the 4 holes, because I didn't even know the day he did it. How many holes?
The pressure that builds up on your thumb from slamming it in a car door is horrible. Like, it feels like there's some sort of heartbeat in your thumb, and it feels like someone wrapped something around your thumb and is squeezing it tight, and it just keeps putting pressure. Like, it feels like blood is just pumping. Like, it's just horrible. It's a horrible feeling. For the couple of days before I went to urgent care, I could not sleep. That's how bad it was hurting, because at nighttime, not being able to sleep, I had to take Advil pills, and the Advil PM pills, those are fine for you to take them, but having to take them every single night because I can't get any sleep, I don't think that that's really, you know, healthy for you, good for you. After he stuck me in the finger, he put my finger in, was it a mixture of saline and peroxide, or was it just peroxide? I can't remember. After he did that, he gave me x-rays because I told him how I slammed my finger. I had my finger up against the car door, and I slammed it shut. So that just goes to show you how hard and heavy and bad I slammed it. He thought that maybe I kind of crushed it in where the car door latches, where it's like hooked up to the actual car. I didn't slam it in that part. I slammed it in the part where, you know, you open, you close. I slammed it hard in that one. So he wanted to make sure I didn't break anything, because I could not move my finger. Like, I could not bend it. I could just do like this, and then he was pressing it and it was in pain. So he gave me x-rays. He said I didn't break anything or anything like that, which he was actually surprised about, because most people, if they would have slammed their finger the way I did, would have broke something. But thank God I was blessed to never have. I've never ever broken a bone in my life. Knock on wood. Finish my brows, by the way. But now my finger, I hope you guys can see it, it's looking so much better. But this part right here where the cuticle is usually attached, I hope you guys can see that, but the cuticle is not attached anymore. So now it's like peeling up. So not only am I over here freaked out because I have 4 holes in my nail, but my cuticle is not attached anymore. He said when the new nail grows in, it should push this old one off. This actually happened to me one time where I woke up and my little toenail was gone. Because if you guys didn't know, you shouldn't wear tight sneakers, tight shoes or whatever, or your nail is gonna kind of turn black, and it may fall off. And that's what happened to me. I woke up one day because my sneakers, a lot of times my sneakers can be tight because I only order offline, so I don't always get the right size, unfortunately. I'm working on that. But yeah, I woke up one day and my little toenail was gone. It was just like not on there anymore. But that's a little different because it's, you know, it's a baby toenail and you're covering it up. But to witness this without a nail on it, I'm a little nervous about that. The last thing about my nail is that, because I think I'm pretty finished, I went out and purchased some of this new makeup that I had, and I wore a band-aid on. My nail started hurting so bad the other day. So this is January 25th. So right now it's January 25th. So you guys can imagine, a couple of weeks later, I put a band-aid on and my finger is hurting. And I hate to walk around like this at the store because I was out for a couple of hours with the band-aid on, so I cannot wear a band-aid. And I finally got the chance to wash and blow dry my hair again. The last time, because I usually wash my hair twice a week, but I could only wash it and put it in a bun or whatever. But I finally got the chance to blow dry it and flat iron it, and I didn't even get the chance to wash my brushes. So these brushes have been sitting here for a whole month as well, from the last time I did my Christmas video. This is the new e.l.f. liquid metallic eyeshadow in the shade Aurora, sorry, Aurora. Liquid eyeshadow costs $5 from e.l.f. e.l.f. is a cheap brand, so it's not a big deal. But when I seen this, I could not believe, look at how small this little thing is. I thought it was one of those long liquid eyeshadows, but it's not. So that's unfortunate, but the color is so pretty. It's like a duochrome, and I love duochrome shades. I've been talking about the fact that more brands need to launch more eyeshadow palettes that have more duochrome and multi-chrome shades in there. So it has green and blue to it, and that's why I wore green today to match this. I don't know what look I'm doing today, but I'm gonna use the Car Beauty Enchanted Forest palette. Okay, so I really like how that looks, just a simple blown out eye look. So now I'm gonna go in with this. I think what I'm gonna do is do what I see a lot of other people doing and just go right on the lid with this instead of using a brush. I'm gonna wipe some off. Wait, I need a little mirror. and then just kind of press that in around here so it's not like really harsh. That's a really pretty shade. I can see it getting a little patchy though. It seems like when you kind of build it up, it may go a little patchy. This eyeliner that I have from Flower Beauty, so I got this from the Dollar Tree. I was like snatching it up when I seen that they had it. So this is in a shade Electric Blue. Normally, and I already swatched it, it's very pigmented too. And then it has like this side that you blend on the end. You could like smudge it out. That part went all on my lashes instead of on my waterline. I have 3 new lashes that I want to try. All 3 of them are from Morphe. They're my favorite type of lashes where they're very wispy, very flared out towards the end. This look looks exactly like the one I did in another video, but it's okay. I have Calabasas, which is like a crisscross wispy vibe. Melrose Ave, which is wispy but it's longer towards the middle. And then I have Sunset Boulevard, which is more flared out towards the end, and these are a little bit shorter than the other ones. So Calabasas, they're the ones that are crisscross. A lot of you guys will probably know by now, Ioni is a brand that sells lashes at the Dollar Tree. So I also picked up some more of their lash glue. I already had this one, but I picked up some more because I really enjoy this lash glue. I went ahead and applied the lashes. I actually cut them halfway across so that they are like, you know, not all the way in because my lashes do not look good and they do not stay down when they're all the way in. So I chopped them. Not chopped them. They are really pretty, but I think for a look like this, when there's a lot of color on it, like a dark color, I mean, like this one, I feel like you need to have like thicker lashes, because right now these are kind of like wispy and thin, and it barely looked like I have anything on. So I received 2 boxes from Influenster. I'll do a unboxing of the other one later on in the video. But first I received the Joa Crystal Glow collection. So this collection comes with a tinted luminizer stick in the shade Sun Beige, a Jelly Balm highlighter that broke, and I have some thoughts on this too because I swatched it. I was like, it's broke, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it, and I don't want to break it the rest of the way, so I'm gonna find out where else I'm gonna put it. A Crystal Glow Refreshing Luminizer Skin Mist, and I tried that as well. I swatched all of this stuff, like, but this right here says that it's a multitasking skin perfector enriched with crystallite. Instantly transforms skin. A buildable, blendable, lightweight formula delivers a crystallite translucent effect on skin. It includes peptide formula, which is clinically proven to deliver clearer, smoother, more even skin tone. So it says that you can apply this directly on clear skin, on clean skin, or after moisturizer or primer application. Sweep luminizer across all areas of face. Utilize the attached brush and gently blend. So I will not be using an attached brush to it. Can be worn alone for a more natural looking glow or luminosity, or under foundation for illuminating effect. So I'm still kind of like, I really don't know what this is about. But this is how the packaging looks. And it says that this can give you like a glass skin effect. So this is how this looks. I feel like if you have lighter skin tone, you're definitely going to be able to use this as a cream bronzer. Obviously I can't, but it says that it could be, I'm gonna swatch it for you guys very quick. So it does have color payoff, which is why I said you can use it as a cream bronzer. If you have deeper skin tone, you can use this as a concealer, probably like a glowy concealer. But I think I might try it as like, maybe, you see it has some color payoff to it. Maybe as like a type of primer I could try it as, but I'm going to focus on the high points of the face. And it does not have a scent. It also comes with a brush, but I know that I won't wash that brush, so that's why I'm like, I don't even want to use it. I do have the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. It's not new or anything, but I think I'm going to apply it in the spots where I did not apply this. Okay, just so I have some other type of primer right there. I don't know how this is going to work out, but I'm just going to go ahead and with a brush. Yeah, so it gives a nice glow. It's not like a... Do you guys know about that Charlotte Tilbury like thing that everybody... It's like a Hollywood luminizer or something like that. I feel like that's what this is giving me. Like it has that same kind of tint to it where you don't know if you can use it as a foundation or whatever, but you can use it as a primer, mix it in with your foundation. I feel like this is what this product is giving me. It does not have any glitter to it at all, which is excellent. And my skin is extra dry. That luminous putty primer looks like it's trying to peel, and it's a luminous hydrating type of primer, so it should not be doing that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that as is. It doesn't look bad, so I'm not going to remove it. I'm like, just in case it does not work out, I had plans to remove it and just use that luminous putty primer, but it looks to be fine. So now for foundation, I have, well, this is not like a foundation, it's a CC cream, but I've been hearing some really good things about this product, that it's like a foundation. So this is the new e.l.f. Camo CC cream. I also have the two camo concealers as well, the hydrating one and the matte one. So that's kind of like what this collection is, the camo cream that's supposed to have good coverage. So it says it's color correcting, full coverage, natural finish. So I got mine in the shade medium 330W, which the W stands for warm with olive undertones. So they had a bunch of different shades on the e.l.f. website. It ranged from warm, neutral, and cool tones. So I put in my shade, because in the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, I'm in the shade 312 Golden. So I put in for that shade and it matched me to 330W. And when I seen it at Target, I ran over to try to find my shade, and they actually had my shade in Target, which I'm happy about. So I picked up this shade. I am a neutral undertone and foundation, but because this is a drugstore type of product, I did not want to go in with a neutral, because I feel like cool tones pull pink, neutral tones pull beige, and warm tones tend to pull more yellow, orange, and drugstore makeup. They don't like really have their right undertone. So I was like, I'd just rather get a warm shade and it should be fine. I heard that the best way to blend this out is with a brush, because it's a CC cream, BB cream. CC creams tend to soak up a lot of product if you blend with a sponge. But I do want to show you guys. So I found this sponge at the Dollar Tree. This is the charcoal blender sponge. It's black. It's like a teardrop shape, and then it's like a round flat surface. So it kind of feels hard right now. I'd have to wet it up and see how it works. But I think I'm going to save it for concealer. And then I also have the newish, it's not new anymore, but it was new to me. This is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise Sponge Trio. I've never tried an e.l.f. sponge except for this one. I think was the only one I tried in a... I do have the little small one, but yeah, I've never tried these, so I wanted to try these. I think I'm going to save them for another video, but I do want to try this, and I'm going to blend it out with the concealer, or maybe foundation on one side, brush on the other side. I love the Japanesque 709 Flawless Face Brush. This is so good, and it does come with a pump. I'm going to pump it on my face. I like to just apply it right on my face. Oh, and this shade looks pretty good too. Like the undertone, it does not look like it's gonna pull orange. It looks like it's gonna pull more yellow, which I like that. So I did one full pump. Oh, and yeah, that is definitely more of a yellow foundation. So this is definitely thick. It's a thick product. I can feel how thick it is just when I pumped it out. A little light. Yeah, it's a little light. The crazy part was I matched myself to 330. Yeah, you can see it looks a little bit lighter on the skin. So far, I can definitely tell that I'm just gonna go ahead and use a brush on the rest of the face because it's not covering a whole lot. I think that's because it's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, which sucks. But it's okay. Like I said, when I go to bronze and stuff, it should be fine. But yeah, again, I'm just gonna blend it out with a brush because I know, I can just tell right now that a sponge would just take away the coverage completely. And also, this foundation cost about $14, and e.l.f.'s original foundation cost $6, so that's a huge jump. But again, I think that this is like a dupe for the It Cosmetics foundation, the CC cream, which is about like, what is that, a $40 foundation CC cream. And I feel like this kind of has like that same potential, that same quality. So this is the new Wet n Wild Mega Last Incognito All Day Full Coverage Concealer. So I have mine in the shade Medium Honey. Wet n Wild just launched this concealer, Mega Last Incognito, and also a tinted moisturizer, but only in about 7 shades. So I was not going to pick up that tinted moisturizer. That's a waste of time. And that shade range is very pathetic, Wet n Wild, by the way. So I picked up this concealer in hopes that it'll look good. Why do I feel like this concealer is going to be darker? I love that it has this flat applicator, and this concealer was about $3.99. Yeah, that concealer is already darker, but it's okay. And I think I was watching this girl's channel, Emily. I will insert a picture of her so you guys know who I'm talking about. I forgot her last name, but she was talking about this concealer, and she said that it's a little bit darker on the skin than it is in the packaging, and I could definitely see that. It has a more, on camera it looks yellow, but in person it has a little bit more of an orange undertone. But again, this is the shade Medium Honey, so I mean, can't expect much. But I was hoping that it pulled more yellow, but I feel like all the other shades would have pulled more beige. And this does have a scent. It smells like some type of hand soap. Like it's a good hand soap. It's not like a bad scent. I just wet the sponge. It definitely got bigger, and it is so soft now. At first it was hard. Maybe it's because it contains charcoal in it for some reason. It reminds me of the Sonia Kashuk sponges from Target. That has pretty good coverage. Let me blend right here. Yeah, I really like this sponge, and I like this concealer too, but again, save your thoughts for last. Save your thoughts for last. This sponge is not picking up a ton of product. I should have got some more, but you know, when stuff comes from the Dollar Tree, you can't always expect the best out of it. Sometimes you get what you pay for, but I'm ready to pay a little bit more. And this definitely has more coverage than their last concealer. I have 2 cream bronzers. I have the Ulma Beauty. Finally get to try Ulma Beauty, which is a black owned brand. I've been trying this, wanting to try this for a long time, but $40 is a lot and they have it on sale. So I got it in the shade Brown Sugar. Now I did swatch this when I first got it, and it's so dark. I should have went up another shade, but it said that this is for brown skin, and so I just assumed. Yeah, pretty dark. Very pigmented and very creamy. Not gonna roll it up because I don't want to break it, but this is the highlighter side. It's a nice, really gold champagne tone. Finally picked up the Milk Makeup matte bronzer. I have mine in a shade Blaze. So they only come in 2 shades with this Milk bronzer, and of course I got the deeper shade. I feel like when I first started doing makeup, applying makeup and doing makeup videos, any bronzer that I bought was too light, and now I feel like since so many brands are starting to branch out and come out with shades that work for everyone, I'm starting to get bronzers that are too dark. And I also want to mention that I already have the Milk Makeup blush in the shade Work, so I'm going to use this. Maybe, I don't know. And they do a lot to protect it to the point where you're going to mess it up. So yeah, that's how that looks. I think what I'm going to do is use both of them, but I need to figure out how. I'm going to take a brush. I really just want to do that, but I'm going to take a brush and apply it on here. Let's see how creamy this bronzer is. So yeah, very creamy, looks to be pigmented. And again, this is the deeper shade out of 2. Milk Makeup need to work on their shade range. Oh yeah, that's deep. I'm gonna see how it blends out, but before I do, I'm gonna use the Oma stick and take same brush. Oh geez. This is definitely not one of those products that I could just draw straight on, so I'm gonna tap it on. So yeah, definitely darker. One is pulling a little bit more warm and the other one is pulling a little bit more cool tone, but I can't tell which one since one is like definitely darker than the other. And I also love the fact that they're both matte, because I don't know about you guys, but I do not like shimmery bronzers at all. I like shimmery, I like highlighters, okay? If I'm using a highlighter, I do not need a shimmery blush or bronzer. Let me take my concealer, my foundation brush, and just blend this back out, because again, when you have a small forehead like I do, you do not need to apply a lot of bronzer in certain areas, so we can go ahead and kind of clean this up. I also have this Jouer sheer highlighting cream in a shade Champagne, and then I also have that Joa Beauty highlighter that I'm going to tell you guys about in a second, but I also have the Milk Makeup Flex highlighter in the shade Iced. So what I'm going to do is apply the cream highlighter as a base on one side and then apply the powder highlighter on top of that, and then I will apply the powder highlighter by itself. So this is how the Jouer highlighter looks, and again, this is in the shade Champagne, and then here is the inside. So I already swatched it. It's definitely like a rosy tone Champagne, and here's how it looks. So should I apply it with my finger? I hope it doesn't lift up any product underneath. Okay, so that's a pretty highlighter. It says that it's sheer. I can definitely see like how it can give that glow from within, and it does not look like it picked up any foundation underneath, but of course with any product like this you do have to be very careful. The Milk highlighter. So this is how the packaging looks. It says Milk Makeup, but it's white, so you may not be able to see it, and the packaging is magnetic. And then let me remove this plastic. So this is how the highlighter looks. It says Flex in a couple of, it's like a stacked flex word, but anyway, let's go ahead and apply this. No time for talking when we have a highlighter that looks this pretty. I'm going to use the Morphe M501 brush and tap into this highlighter. Let's start on this side first. And I love this shade. It is a light gold. It is more like that icy tone gold, but it still works really good, and I love it for my skin tone. It reminds me of the Fenty Mean Money and Hustler Baby highlighter, but that one has a little bit more. Oh no, I can see it. Like, yeah, it definitely has that same type of tone to it, which I like it. Let's apply it over on this side as well. See how it looks on top of a cream. So definitely it gives you more of a bang when you apply it on top of a cream. So that's all I'm going to apply right there. I'm going to take it down the nose. And it's also not glittery. Like, it doesn't have that wet look in my opinion, except for the cream side is giving it that wet look, but it's not powdery, but it's not like a wet look, but it's not glittery. But it's really pigmented. Pretty. And yeah, you can tell it does have like that rosy tone to it. It looks just like the Fenty highlighter. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go in with the Black Up blush in the shade number 6. It's orange and it's stunning. I actually did not buy a new powder, by the way. I was looking at that new Fenty powder, the powder foundation, but I didn't want to buy it and use it on this with this. What is this? The CC cream, because I didn't want it to add any coverage. I think that's amazing that I went this whole time without setting my makeup and I haven't had any issues with blending anything over the CC cream. So I'm gonna set with the Anastasia loose setting powder in the shade Banana. I do have my Fenty powder too, but that Fenty powder is too dry for under the eye, so I was gonna set the rest of the face with it, but again, does not look like I need to. Contour my nose. Let's see, do I have any contour left where I don't have to bring out some blush? Whoops. And I don't have anything new for the lips. Again, I was going to get the Fenty lip product, but I'm just going to use what I have. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible Lip Liner in a shade Brown. Did I break it? Oh man, yes, bro. MAC Cosmetics Whirl lipstick. I love this lipstick because it's a nice cool tone, and you know we're working with cool tones up here, so, and it's just a little bit lighter than that lip liner. I do have a little mini Milk Makeup Kush I keep saying Kush mascara, so I'm going to apply that on the bottom lashes. I have this Jouer Long Wear lip topper in the shade Skinny Dip. Contains coconut oil, so this is how it looks. I swatched it and it is very, very glittery. I had it on my lips and this is how it looks when swatched. Gorgeous shade, but I feel like this is something that I would probably love to use as an eyeshadow topper rather than a lip topper, so I'm gonna try it as an eyeshadow topper and no, let's do it now. So again, this is the Joa Beauty Crystal Glow Refreshing Luminizer Mist. You guys see that? Feels so good, and it smells like some type of rose. What does it have in it? But yeah, it smells like some type of rose water. And normally I don't like those scents, but that smells good. So this is the Crystal Glow Jelly Balm Highlighter. Let me show you guys the reason why I did not apply this. This highlighter, I'm not even going to hold it up. This highlighter, it has a putty texture to it. It says that it's a jelly balm, but there's nothing jelly about this. This is definitely more of a putty highlighter, but unfortunately, it is glitter. Like, it's just like glitter. That's all it is to it. And I know these brands see people's videos all the time where we always talk about how we don't like glitter highlighter, so there was no reason to come out with a glitter highlighter. But I feel like this would be perfect for festivals, but it swatches so smooth. So when you swatch it, this is how it comes off. It's a nice sheen to it. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of glitter highlighter. This poor thing is just falling apart. has a nice shine to it though. So I'm just going to do a quick run through of every product that I use, which is why I said I like to save this part for the ending so I can give you guys my thoughts on it. So first of all, I use the Joa Crystal Glow Tinted Luminizer Stick. I like this stick. It doesn't do a lot for me, but I do like it. There was nothing wrong with it. It didn't look glittery. I feel like it gave a nice underglow to the skin, like not to the skin, but like to the foundation that I use, the CC cream. It had a nice glow. Didn't add a lot of coverage, but it did kind of even out the skin tone a little bit in areas where I may have a little bit of redness because it's like a tinted luminizer. So I do like this, and it blends out really well as well. The next thing I used is this Camel CC cream. So I'm not crazy about it. I was hoping that I was, maybe because I didn't use enough primer, maybe it's, I don't know what's wrong with it, but I thought that I was gonna really like it. Right here, obviously I usually use powder to set so I don't have a lot of problems, but right here it's like settling into some, what is this, because laugh lines are up here, so I don't even know what the heck this is, creases or something, but it's settling into there. I've seen it the whole time, and that's really annoying, so I don't like that. Everything else around the whole face looks good. There's no problems with that. It blends out really, really well. I do feel like the shade kind of came together once I applied everything else, but I may need a shade darker. Honestly, I would not repurchase this if I'm being completely honest. I don't find that it had like a ton of coverage because this is a really thick product. As you guys can see, when I pumped it out, it was really thick. So I feel like I would at least need 2 layers, and for it to be really thick, I feel like it should have had more coverage to it. And it's not really covering up the dark spots that I have right here where it's creasing, where it's settling into the lines. So I'm not crazy about it. It's not a bad product, but for $14 from e.l.f., I feel like it could have been a little bit better. And I've seen so many videos on this where people talk about how much they love it, but I don't know why it's not working for me. It's like, why couldn't it work for me? That was actually not the second product or even the first product I applied. I did my eyes first, but it's okay. We'll just continue with the face makeup. So then I have the Wet n Wild concealer. Love this concealer, amazing coverage, and it's $3.99. And their other concealer that they had, I have it, but it's in a deeper shade to cream contour with. It does not have as much coverage as this. It's a light to medium. This is more like medium to full coverage. I feel like it would be buildable. It's not a matte concealer, and it's not like a dewy concealer. So I feel like this would be great for all skin tones. Not skin tones, skin types. It would be great for all skin types. They need to work on it so it would be good for all skin tones. So I do like that concealer. Would 100% recommend it. Cream bronzer. So I have the Milk Makeup Oma Beauty. Love both of these so much. I would recommend either one. Very creamy, very blendable. This Oma Beauty just has a couple of more shades than Milk. This only has 2 shades, so automatically I would recommend Oma Beauty a little bit more. But both of them are very creamy, blend out really, really well. Very pigmented as well, so a little goes a long way. Love those, 100% recommend. Oh, as for the highlighter on this side, I'll have to try it out on the face, but where I was applying it right here, I was like, I'm done. Like, it wasn't really showing up much. Very sheer highlighter, but you know, we're talking about the cream contour anyway. So then I have the Jouer cream highlighter. So pretty. Would 100% recommend if they still have this. I don't know if it was limited edition, but I don't see a lot of these anymore, but so good, so creamy. Did not pick up the foundation, does not contain any glitter, so it looks more like skin-like, and it gives you that wet look without being powdery or glittery. Obviously it's cream highlighter, so it better not look powdery. And then let's see, what else do we have? I did not powder bronze, didn't need to, because again, these were really creamy. I do not have a powder, so I have the Milk Makeup highlighter. Would 100% recommend this highlighter. Loved using this. Such a beautiful color. It seems like it's a very buildable highlighter where you can have it like sheer at first, but really build it up to pack that punch on top of the foundation by itself or on top of the cream highlighter. It looks good either way. Would definitely recommend this as well. As for the setting spray, I really like the setting spray. The mist is lovely. The scent is like a rosy scent. If you don't like scented products, then obviously you're not gonna like this, but I would 100% recommend this too. It has that beautiful mist. It smells really refreshing, the rose scent, and it didn't do anything to the makeup as well. Like, it didn't leave any marks on it, and it says like it's a refreshing luminizer with crystalline and hyaluronic acid, but I don't see where it looks like it would have made my foundation luminous or anything like that. So I feel like this would be great for all skin types as well. Moving on to the eyes, I only had 2 eye products. So first, with the e.l.f., I would not repurchase this. I'll have to zoom in so you guys can see what I'm talking about, but it looks a little bit patchy. Maybe I'll have to try just to blend it on top with a brush, but I feel like when you first apply it, it looks good, but as you try to pack on the product to blend it out, I feel like it starts going patchy right then and there. So I do like it, I do like the color, but the fact that if you go to, you know, try to pack it on, it does go patchy. But I feel like I would still recommend this. I mean, it's $5. It still looks really pretty. Let me swatch it for you guys so you can see it on the back of my hand. So yeah, see, it's a gorgeous color, but I just need to work on it to figure out why is it going patchy. I would have liked it better if it was $3. I feel like e.l.f. is steady going up on their makeup. It's like, this don't you guys agree that this should have been $3 instead of $5? But whatever. And then the flower liner, amazing, so pigmented, as you guys can see. Like, I mean, truly, you have pigmentation right here. And for some reason, let me see up close, it looks like it may have went a little matte. Yeah, so on the eyes it does look a little bit matte. So it's creamy, but it seems like it dries down, so it doesn't look like it's going to like budge even after, you know, you smudge it out. I would recommend that as well, but I found it at the Dollar Tree, so I don't know if it's discontinuing or whatever, but I know usually when products go to the Dollar Tree, that means they're discontinuing. Okay, so I think I was in the middle of explaining my last 2 products that I was reviewing before my camera turned off, and I do want to mention that after my camera's been off for a while and I went to the bathroom and looked in the mirror, because I always look in the bathroom mirror to see how it looks in different lighting and stuff. So I like the CC cream a little bit better now that it's settled into the skin a little bit more. I still don't like the fact that it settled into the lines like it did, but I feel like overall it just looks a little bit better. So I feel like it's just the product that I'm going to have to work with. Again, first impressions suck sometimes because things are not always what they seem at the beginning. You could like it days later. So again, I love this sponge so much. It got so soft and squishy. It blends out effortlessly, flawlessly on the skin, and it doesn't soak up a lot of product as well. I don't know if that's because it contains charcoal. It says it's infused with charcoal, so maybe that's why. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about were the lashes. So again, I like these lashes. They remind me of Ardell lashes. If you guys seen that big pack of Ardell lashes that I had, I think it contains like 30. They remind me of them so much, the wispy ones, 113 and some other ones like that. But the band is so easy to get on. It doesn't give you a hard time because the band is really loose. Okay, we're up close and personal because, you know, sometimes these cameras show too much. But if you guys can see what I'm talking about with the eyes, I feel like the lighting always does too much and you could barely see. But yeah, like, it's a little patchy. Like I was saying, like, you can kind of see where it's like patchy at. But other than that, it's still really pretty. In probably my next video, I will review these sponges. For the next thing that I received from Influenster, I said I received 2 boxes. This was the second one. So in this one, I received some health related products. It's the only way I can really explain it. I only tried 1 out of the 4 things that I received. So I received the mini hand sanitizer. Obviously, I will use that, but I will say that the only type of hand sanitizer that you should be using is like Germex, Purell. Is there another one? no, there's not another one. I was going to say Clorox. That's the spray and all of that and the wipes. But yeah, I don't really use random hand sanitizers. I just use, you know, the well-known ones. But again, I think that was really nice that Influenster would include hand sanitizer. Okay, so the next thing I received is the... Let me actually tell you guys about this right quick, because I used this last night because I had a little bit of a cough. I don't know what was in my throat, but it was just like every second. And I tried this. This is the new Robitussin Naturals Cough Relief Plus Immune Health. And this is ivy leaf and vitamin C, made with real elderberry and a touch of real honey for added flavor. It contains 30 gummies. These are easy to chew. They are purple, by the way. It's kind of dark, so you won't be able to see them. But I tried one of these, and probably like less than an hour after I tried this, maybe like 30 minutes later, I didn't have any like kind of cold cough, whatever, in my throat. This works so good, and it tastes like berries, like I guess elderberry. I never had an elderberry before, but it kind of tastes like berries. And then it also tastes like honey, and honey is really good to soothe the throat. I learned about that from, do you guys remember the movie Glitter with Mariah Carey? That's where I learned about adding honey to tea, because it really soothes the throat. I love that movie, by the way. Mariah Carey, side note, like has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but Mariah Carey is an amazing actress. I really think she should get back to the movie. She was in the movie Glitter, and then of course Precious, and I don't know if she's been in any other movie, but Mariah Carey can really act. And yeah, again, I learned that from the movie Glitter. So the next thing I received is this Nexium 24-hour I don't know, magnesium. This treats frequent heartburn. I've seen this on a commercial a lot. They only gave 2 capsules, so this is a sample size. This is full size, sample size. So do keep in mind that with Influenster, you do receive sometimes sample size stuff, full size stuff, all of that. So I'm gonna try this. I haven't tried it yet. I don't have any heartburn, and I don't want to waste it. So obviously I'm just showing you guys. I'm unboxing it, but I do want to mention that I did try this, and I do like that. So the last thing I received is the, what is this? The monkey? No. The monk fruit in the raw. It's a 0-calorie sweetener. I only had one other sweetener. Do you guys remember the sweetener that comes in that pink packet? That's the only other sweetener that I've had before, and it's nasty. I wonder how this tastes, because it says that it's a keto formula, and I've heard that keto is great for people who want to lose weight. I've heard like negative and positive about keto, but I've always wanted to try something keto. I'm gonna try this and update you guys. I don't know what I should add it to. It says that you can add sweetener to, you can sweeten a tea, a cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee, hot or cold. Sprinkle it on cereal, maybe not. Douse a piece of fruit. Oh, put it on a piece of fruit. Cook and bake with it too. Whatever you sweeten, just do it with the monk fruit in the raw. Let's see how, oh, and it contains 40 packets, so that's a lot. Hopefully it tastes good. When I read the name of it, monk and the fruit, I'm like, I wonder, does it taste fruity? I should just go ahead and open up one of these packs and just try it. See? Oh, so it's an orange pack. I'm gonna try some. Hold on, just open it up a little bit. Monk fruit extract. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, the pink one tastes nasty. I'm gonna keep it real. Like the pink sweetener tastes nasty. This one doesn't seem too bad. It has a sweet taste. It's not sour or anything like that. So again, I'm gonna try it out some other time. Here, don't play with me. Not after I finally get to flatten it. I'll be coming back to you guys with more videos. I'm back to normal after my finger kind of healed a little bit. I can, you know, get back to doing videos, especially since I missed out on a lot. I'll definitely keep you guys updated on these products. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.